In this lecture, we are going to look at ratio. You're going to learn everything that you need to know in ratio, from definition, how to express ratio, basic calculations, and advanced calculation in ratio. At the end of this lecture, you will know everything you need to know in ratio with a lot of examples. Okay? What is ratio? Ratio is a comparison of two or more. It could be two or more numbers that indicate their sizes in relation to each other. For instance, we say this is a classroom. This class consists of 10 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many girls? We say we have 5 girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could be asked, what is the ratio of the boys to the girls? That is, ratio of boys to girls. That is boys to girls. Or ratio of what? Girls to boys. This is not equal to this. The ratio of boys to girls is not equal to the ratio of girls to boys. So for this, for instance, we ask ourselves, we have said that these are the boys. These are the girls. Okay? Now, the ratio of boys to girls is expressed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 to 5. Mathematically, we say 10 ratio 5. The ratio of boys to girls. For girls to boys, we say is 5 to 10, or say 5 ratio 10. That is girls to boys. This how to express them. So you can see this and this are not equal. You can further simplify this because ratio can also be expressed in form of fraction. Like this one I write here now, we can express it as 10 over 5, which is 5 here is 2, 5 here is 1. That is 2 over 1, which you can finally say is 2 ratio 1. Instead of doing all these, you can from here go straight and say 10 ratio 5, 5 here, 2, 5 here, 1. That is 2 ratio 1. It means in that class, for every 2 boys, we have 1 girl. Okay? If you put 2 boys, we can bring 1 girl. That is, if they are meant to solve something or to form a group, we say each group must contain 2 boys and 1 girl. That is 2 ratio 1. Each group, 2 ratio 1, 2 ratio 1. Or the other one here, we simply say, here is 1, here is 2. That is 1 ratio 2. That is, to every 1 girl in that group, you must bring in 2 boys. 1 ratio 2. This is how to express ratio. So now, we are going to look at basic calculations. The ratio of boys to girls in a classroom is 10 to 15. How do you express this? You write it as what? 10 to 15. Which you can further simplify as 5 here, 2, 5 here, 3. Okay? This one says, if there are 8 apples, 8 apples, and 12 oranges, 12 oranges, okay, in a fruit basket, what is the simplified ratio of apple to orange? Apple before orange, that is 8 ratio 12. To simplify it further, 4 here is 2, 4 here is 3. Either of them, we capture the information. Okay? Look at this. In store, there are 6 dogs. 6 dogs. And 9 cats. 9 cats. Okay, what is the simplified ratio of dogs to cats? The simplified ratio of dogs to cats. Dogs to cats. 3 into this is 2. 3 into this is 3. 2 to 3. The simplified is what? 2 to 3. Look at this. Suppose a recipe requires 4 cups of flour. 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar. What is the ratio of flour to sugar? To express this, that is flour to sugar, we say 4:2. The simplified form of this is 2 here is 2, 2 here is 1. This is the expression, this is the simplified form. As I said, you can simply say 4/2. Then you divide, but not decimal. It must be in fraction. Okay? Imagine 2 cars are traveling at different speeds. Car A is traveling at 60 kilometers per hour, and car B is traveling at 90 kilometers per hour. What is the ratio of the speed of A to B? Okay? The speed of A is 60 kilometers per hour. Kilometer per hour. Why the speed? This is A, but for B is what? 90 kilometers per hour. km per hour. So the ratio of car A to B is simply 60:90. You agree with me? We can further simplify this. If you divide both sides by 10, you have this. Divide further 2:3. This is the simplified form of this ratio. Okay? Suppose you are missing a solution where you need 5 parts of water for every 3 parts of concentrated juice. What is the ratio of water to juice? Okay, for water, we have 5 parts of water. Why? For juice, we need 3 parts. Okay? Now, water to juice is water to juice. Very straightforward. Water to juice. Okay? Let's look at this. It says the ratio of the length to the width of a rectangle is 5:2. If the width of the rectangle is 10 units, what is the length of the rectangle? Okay? So, we are talking about length to width. Which one comes first? Is length before width. Okay? And we are told it's 5:2. Now, you agree with me if I have something like this. Say 50:20. I will divide both sides by 10 to have this. Right? Now, this is given to us. We are meant to work backward to the original. So what I can do here in a situation like this is to assume that what I remove, which I don't know, because this is not known, because I don't know what I remove. If it was divided by 5, divided by 2, divided by 7, divided by 2, I don't know what I removed. Assume that what you remove is x. Remember that what you remove from here is what you also remove from here through division. So therefore, we are going to assume that it's s that was removed from both sides. So therefore, we can say, let the actual length, the length before now, be 5x, okay? Y, you're going to length the width to be 2x. Okay? Now, we assume we remove s and x. It's when we brought them together, we divide them to have this. So, what is that x? Now, we now have the original. This is our original for the width, original for the length. So, therefore, we go back to this place. If the width of the rectangle is this, the width, I mean 2s is equals to 10. Now we cannot get the x. S therefore is 5 when you divide both sides by 2. Okay? All we have to do now is to now get for length, because we are asked to get the length. To get for the length now, 5s, now that we know that s is 5 times 5, which is 25. So 25 is the answer. That is 25 units. Because we need to leave the answer in the way it was given to us, in units. Okay? Hope you understand this. Let's look at it. It says a solution is made up by mixing water and vinegar in the ratio of 4:1. If the total volume of the solution is 50 liters, how many liters of water and how many liters of vinegar are in the solution? Okay? Again, water and vinegar, they have this ratio. Water first, then vinegar. That is 4:1. We're going to say 4s ratio 1s, or say just 4x ratio x instead of putting 1x. So it means if we now agree that this was the original before the division, to actually get the total mixture is simply 4x plus x, which is 5x. We don't still know what is x. It's what is the total, okay? So he said that if the total volume of solution is 50 liters, the total 50 liters, it means this 5s equals to 50. S therefore is 10 liters. Okay? 10 liters. So the question says how many liters of water and how many liters of vinegar? So now we come back here. This is for water. So for water, is 4s, which is 4 times 10, which is 40 liters. And for vinegar, which is just 1x, vinegar, you agree with me, is still just 10 liters. Hope you understand the whole gist. Okay? Look at this question. It says, if it costs 3 shopkeepers, A, B, and C, 918,000 to purchase a common generator for their 3 shops, and the amount was shared in the ratio of 1:2 to 3, respectively, how much would shopkeeper B pay? The first thing is we have here A ratio B ratio C, and we are given 1:2 to 3. It means that this one belongs to B because we are looking for that of B. The first thing you need to do, you add all of them together. That is, this plus this is 3 plus this is 6. Then you take that of B, say 2 over the total 6, multiplied by the total amount paid. The total amount paid is 918,000. Here 1, here 3. Here 1, here 306,000. It means the answer is D. Okay? A seller allows 20% discount for cash payment on the marked price of his goods. What is the ratio of the cash payment to the marked price? What you are going to put your head into is the marked price is 100%. So, marked price is 100%. If you give a discount of 20%, it means the person is paying 80%. Okay? So, The payment here is 80%. The question says payment to mark price. So payment to marked price. That is to say, this we cancel this we cancel this, okay? 2 here is 4, 2 here is 5. That is 4:5. So you can see the answer is this, 4:5. Let's look at this. It says in 1995, the enrollments of 2 schools, S and Y, were this and this respectively. Find the ratio of S to Y. Okay? So, ratio of S to Y. What is X? S is to. Okay? Now, this, we cancel this, remain this. 7 here, you have 15. 7 here, you have 17. So it is 15:17. 15:17. Let's look at this. It says, what number must be added to each term of the ratio so that it becomes the ratio this? Okay? We have this ratio. We want to make it this ratio. We are going to make it any value you want to choose. Let's call it N, A, anything. So we say we are going to add, say, N to both sides so that this ratio can be equal to this ratio. Is equal to 4:5. Okay? Now that we have this, we can say this 13 plus N, this over 16 plus N equals to 4/5. Then we work for N. We cross multiply to have 5, 13 plus N, 4, 60 plus N. Okay? Now, if we expand this, this is 65 plus 5N equals to 64 plus 4N. We are going to move this to this side. Say 5N here. We move this to this side to have minus 65. This is N as equals to minus 1. So the answer is minus 1. So let's go back here and put minus 1 to ratio 16 minus 1. This will give us 12, 15. 3 into this is 4. 3 into this is 5. As you can see, we come back here now. That is, you add minus 1 to both sides, okay? Let's look at this. It says, what number must be added to each term of the ratio 11 to 15 so that it becomes the ratio 4:8, okay? All you have to do to make this to become this, we need to add something. We can do it like this. Add X to this side. Add S here. What you are adding here, you must add it here to get this. We now say everything here is equals to 4:8. All we're going to do now, say 11 plus X over this is equals to 4/8. Then we solve for X, okay? If we solve for S now, it means we need to first of all cross multiply. Okay? If we expand this, this is 88 plus 8x equals 60 plus 4x. So 8x minus 4x, by moving this to this side, we move this to this other side. 60 minus 88. This is 4x equals to minus 28. We divide both sides by 4. S therefore is, here is 7, that is minus 7. So we need to add minus 7 to both sides to get 4:8. we can test it. Here, 11 minus 7 over 15 minus 7. This will give us 4 over 8, which is 4:8. Let's look at this question. It says, the monthly profit of a transport business was shared between two partners, a husband and a wife, in the ratio of 7:5. If the wife received 15,000 less than the husband, find out how much the husband received. Okay? The first thing we need to do is to first of all get for husband. What did the husband receive? Let's assume that what was shared is X. So we go for the ratio. Husband to wife is 7:5. So for husband is 7. That is 7 over the total. That is 5 plus 7. That is 7 plus 5 giving us 12. Multiplied by what was shared all together. For wife, it is 5 over 12 multiplied by what was shared all together. Now, to equate these two, we are told that to equate these two, the wife received this less than the husband. To get husband to be equal to wife, the wife received less than the husband. So the only way we can do this is to give the wife what the husband received more than her. So we have to say this wife plus 15,000. Unless you go extra mile and give the wife 15,000, they cannot be equal. That's what we are doing here. The husband received more than the wife. As far as this is concerned, for instance, we are not saying anything because they are not equal. This guy received more than this. How much did you receive more than your wife? 15. Let's give it to the wife. Now, we can now substitute now. Take this one here. 7 over 12 multiplied by x is equals to 5 over 12 multiplied by x plus 15,000. Now we can solve for x now. So we are going to move this to this side. That is 7 over 12, 5x over 12 equals to 15,000. 12, 7x minus 5x equals to 15,000. This is 2x over 12 equals to 15,000. 2x equals to 12 times 50,000. S is 12 times 15,000 over 2. That is S equals to 6 times 15,000. So at the end of the day, you're going to have 90. This is the total amount that was shared. Now let's check the question. The question says, find out how much the husband received. So we go back to the husband. You husband, what you received was 7 over 12 multiplied by this 90. That is 90,000, I mean. 90,000. Okay? Husband is 7 over 12 multiplied by 90,000. That is 52,500. That was what the husband received from here. The remaining one was given to the wife. Okay? If ratio P to Q is equals to ratio 2 to 3 and Q to R is equals to 4 to 7, find P to Q to R. What is common between these two now is this. That is in between them. This guy that is in between them, we need to take care of it. Okay? That is, our target is Q. Now you do this. It's like this. Why this? It's like this. So as far as we are concerned, this is this. Why? It's like this because we are targeting the middle guy. So we look at the value of the middle guy. 3 and 4. What is the SCM of these two? You agree with me, that is 12. So So what we are going to do now, we are going to do something to this to make sure that this guy is 12 and also this is 12. To make this 12, we have to multiply this one by 4. So our new ratio for this is equals to 4 multiplied by this is 8. 4 multiplied by this is 12. To make this 12, we multiply by 3. That is 3 multiplied by this 12. Multiply by this 3, that is 21. Now we have something that is common. 12 is here, 12 is here. Before we didn't have that, we have 4 and 3. We don't want that. Now that we have 12 and 12, we are good to go. So what it means now is that we have 3 distinct values: 8, 12, and 21. So 3 of them are coming together now. All of them have distinct values that are 8, 12, and 21. That is the answer. 8, 12, and 21. Let's look at this. It says, if this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio is equal to this ratio, we should find this. The same thing we're going to do. As you can see here, what is common is y. And here, what is common is 3. So it means we have 3 distinct values. That is 2, 3, 4. So S ratio Y ratio this is equals to 2, 3, 4. That is the answer. Let's look at it. It says, if this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio is equal to this, we should find the value of S in this combination. What is common now is Y. Y is in between them. So all we need to do, we write this out first. Then we write this out. Okay? So this is common. So we want to make this to be the same. What is the LCM of 2 and 5? That is 10. So we are going to make sure that we make this 10, we make this 10. To make this 10, we multiply by 5 to have 10. Because we multiply this 2 by 5, we must also multiply this by 5. Then for this one, to make this 10, we multiply by 2. Because we multiply this one by 2, we must multiply this one by 2. Now we have 3 distinct values: 15, 10, and 8. So S ratio Y ratio Z is equals to 15, 10, 8. So the value of X is 15. Let's look at this one. It says, if this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio is equal to this ratio, find the value of S in the ratio of this. Okay? Now S to Y is 3 this. Y to Z is 5 this. Okay? Find the value of S in the ratio of this. So this must be the same because it's common among the two. So we need to find the LCM of 5 and 2, which is 10. So it means for this now, to make this 10, we must multiply it by 5. Because we multiply this by 5, 15. To make this 10, we multiply by 2. And because we multiply by 2, we must multiply this one by 2. Now we are asked to find the value of X. Without being told, this is X. C is the answer. Let's look at this. It says, if this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio is equal to this ratio, we find ratio S to Z. So X to Y is this. Y to Z is, okay, what is common here is Y. So it means this is common. So we are going to make this to be the same. LCM of these two is what? 6. So we are going to make this 6 and make this 6. So S to Y, to make this 6, we multiply by 3. That is 6. Because we multiply by 3, we must multiply this one by 3. That is 3A. To make this one 6, we must multiply by 2. Because we multiply by 2, we must multiply this one by 2. 2b. Find the ratio of s to z. As far as s is concerned, is 3a. Z is 2b. 3a, 2b. So D is our answer. Let's look at this question. It says A, Q, R, and S shared a sum of money in the ratio of 3 to 4 to 6 to 7. If S receives 600 more than Q, calculate the amount of money that was shared. We don't know the amount that was shared. Let's say let the amount be X. We don't know this amount. This is what we are looking for, the amount that was shared. More information will given to us. Okay? To equate this and this, we must recognize this. But what was the amount that was shared by X? To get the amount that was shared by X is the ratio of X over the total multiplied by what was shared. That is X. So we can say this S, what you shared was your ratio. This is the last one. That is the last one here. 7 over this total. That is this plus this plus this plus. That is 20 over 20 multiplied by the total that was shared. Is ratio over the total ratio. Is ratio over the total ratio multiplied by the amount that was shared, which we are looking for. Okay? So, amount that was shared by Q is also Q ratio, which is 4 over the total 20 multiplied by X. So, we are told that what S shared is 600 more than what Q shared. So, that means to get for Q, we remove 600 from here to equate these two. So that means S minus 600 before we can get for Q. It means 7 over 20 multiplied by X minus 600 is equals to 4 over 20 multiplied by X. Now we can solve for X. What we are going to do, going to move 600 to this side. We move this to this side. Equals to 600. 7x over 20 minus 4x over 20 equals to 600. SCM is 20. 7x minus 4x equals to 600. If you subtract this, 3x over 20 equals to 600. This will give us 3s equals to 600 multiplied by 20. S is equals to 600 multiplied by 20 over 3. 3 here 1, 3 here 2, that is 200. F is 200 multiplied by 20, which is 4, 1, 2, 3. So that is 4,000. In Naira, that is 4,000 Naira. The answer is B. Okay? Hope you understand the breakdown.